If we're going to add a measurement to an image or something that we've saved, or if we're doing live scan in, the easiest way to get in there is there's a measure button just above the trackball here. Depending on the exam type that we have selected, you're going to get a different measurement screen popping up. So at the moment we've got it set as cardiac, so we're going to have the different cardiac functions or cardiac measures that would generally be available, so stenosis area, all this kind of stuff. Here we have things related to the left ventricle, mitral valve, all that type of stuff. So you can change what pops up here so that you have access immediately to the things that you use most often. For example, you hit config, it'll give you the option to add or remove items, and then you can either add in things, say for example at this stage curve length and angle aren't selected. We can put that in there, so next time we come to do a measurement we can see curve length and angle popping up straight away. So if we were to pick that, for example, the measurement that we're going to do on the screen now using our trackball and our select buttons are going to be related to angle. If we go back into config, add or remove items, you can then also remove items or add items from other types of exams. So just because we're in cardiac imaging, you don't only have to have the cardiac imaging measurement items. You might decide that you need something from abdominal imaging, for example. One other thing to notice on your config is for, say, something like perimeter or area. Let's choose area. It'll give us the option to either trace that area or use an ellipse or do a polygon. So, or you could even do a length and width. So depending on exactly the way that you prefer to measure your area, and you might have more than one way of doing this, you can have it set up so it's going to go into your preferred method. So for example, some people prefer ellipse to tracing. If we select ellipse, it'll also give you the option of measuring in centimeters squared. The perimeter will give you the option for units of, you can choose millimeters, inches, feet, depending on which option you prefer. So let's save that. Now when we go to do an area, if we save that and save and exit, let's choose area. It should have it set up now so that we get an area, and it's going to be in the shape of an ellipse. For your ellipse, if you decide that you measure your ellipse here, for example, and then you want to move that ellipse around, it's doable by double clicking on the little crosshairs on each side of the ellipse. So you can spin around side to side if you've positioned it slightly off where you wanted it to go, which is often the case. Once your measurement's up there, you just save the image in the normal way. If you save it to a VRD file, you'll be able to go back and change these measurements. You'll be able to delete them or reposition them. If you save it as a JPEG file or a bitmap or any of those other types of files, it'll be stuck the way it is.